bit disappointing from Edo Febriansha. Shin Tae-yong. He's not one to mince his words, the South Korean. He felt his players underestimated Cambodia, and especially in the second half. Had to make some forced changes, as I mentioned, with in the back. Billy Kekyo with the header on. Good work from him. Foul on Bumpachan. And, yeah, Sharul Trisna, the goalkeeper, copping a fair bit of criticism in the way he conceded 2 goals. A bit of bad defending, really. That led to a header for the first one, and then a big deflection off a free kick. Otherwise, didn't have actually that much to do. Unfortunately for keepers, you are just remembered really for the mistakes. And if we're very kind, that will be the first chance for Laos. Here's Irfan. Or first on target, I think, to be a bit more accurate. Kushedia, whose father sadly has just passed away. And there was speculation as to whether he might even play today, and he has said that if he did, he wants to score goals for his father. So a tough time for Kushedia. Same thing has happened recently with Daisuke Sato, whose father also recently passed away before the tournament. Well, what we're seeing here from Laos is how they kind of approached the game against Malaysia, in that they were a little bit more adventurous. And they ventured forward far more than they did against Vietnam. They just sat back. They did a very good job of it, I have to say. Billy Kekyo just trying to close down here on Rahmat Irianto. One back by Didik. Good work down that right-hand side. Oh, Edo Febriansha tries to put it back in the mix. It looks like Kushedia and Didik are just going to be swapping places between that right-hand side of attack and up front. And there was a bit of criticism as well for Ezra Walian, brought into the side, man who's had a pedigree from, played for Ajax Youth. Referee unintentionally intervenes. Maybe a drop ball for Indonesia. One anticipated there from Tipachan. That's just too much on that one for Edo. Seeing a lot of the ball in these early stages. The pass was on from Erwin Dimas. You can see what he was trying to do.
Yeah, first time, yeah.
Kyeodon actually has had probably a very good tournament, the Laos goalkeeper. Somehow got that away. Long Luang. Visalvaraj has got them playing compact football. It's generally risk averse. There he is. Singaporean. The technical director is a Singapore legend, Sundramurthy. And they're both pretty much on the same page on how they like their teams set up. Ricky Kambuaya. And what they can do is make it very difficult, cut out the spaces, flood that midfield. And they were, in the end, undone by Malaysia's quality attack, but they took some time. Malaysia looked a bit shaky in that first half. They looked very solid, I must say, against Vietnam for much of that match in their first game. Indonesia switched off a little bit against Cambodia. Out wide, here is Edo. There's Rahmat Irianto, just venturing a little further forward than he normally does. Alfreada Dewanga. Just taking a little too much time on the ball. Got to be careful, Kidavon. Now Bunpachan. Long Luang. Looking for some support here with Billy Kekyo. Bunpachan. Tidy football at the moment from Laos, and of course, as soon as I say that, the ball is very cheaply given away by Kahan. Well, the flag will certainly go up for their well offside. They stepped up pretty well there, that back line. You can have no complaints there, Irfan. Yep. Nicely done there by Shidi. And now we're hearing the Indonesian fans. So far, Indonesians haven't really troubled Kyeodon. Bunpachan, who's been lively today, plies his trade in Thailand. In fact, a number of this Thai side play overseas. Mitsada in the central defence does that. Putasai, the skipper, as well. First one with Satu United. Putasai with Samut Prakan. Bunpachan with Port. Sukapon is not available today with Udon Thani. So there's some quality about the side, but lacking that cohesion. As for Indonesia in this squad, Asnawi, as I mentioned, plays in Korea with Ansan Greeners, Elkan Baggett with Ipswich Town under-23s. He's coming specially for this one. Shadia Nabimanyu on the bench for Johor Darul Taksim and Egi Maulana. And he eventually does come along, playing in Europe with Seneca. They also, of course, have Witan Sulaiman, who plays for Lechia Gdansk in Poland. It's a wild shot from Irianto, who scored 2 goals off corners in the last game. 3 headers. That was a bit of poor defending from Cambodia. Already talking tactics here. Shin Tae-yong had said that he was going to go all out today. Vusovaraj says he's got quality players and the belief in the team. And he just said he wanted more time with the players and he feels that things could be different. And like I said, he took exception to some of the comments from Shin Tae-yong. He said he's going to show that to his players and use it as motivation. That's probably why some of the Laotian players were also having a bit of a dig today at the Indonesians being a dark horse and looking to score some goals. So far, so good for Laos. Decent ball in the box, away by Mitsada. Ewan Dimas losing out here. Patana. Now on the counter, this is when they can be dangerous, Laos. Patana. There's Tipachan. Touch on by Patana. Here's Kambuaya. It's a nice ball, but he spilt it. Kyodon partially redeemed himself, cleared it away, but only as far as the fullback. A punch clear. Could he have caught that? Got away with that, Kyodon. Slightly nervy from him. He certainly has been one of their stand-up performers in this competition. Oh, that was a little slow from the keeper. Jinxed him there a little bit, haven't I? Not been a good couple of minutes for the man in the middle for between the sticks for Laos. That looked a very straightforward take, didn't it? And he spilt that. Slightly better punch. Now out across to Kushedia. That's good defending of Tipachan. It'll be a corner. Remember that I mentioned that Rahmat Irianto took advantage of some slack defending to score 3 headers in the last game against Cambodia. There he is, and just in your picture there. Ewan Dimas had a lot of bodies in front of him. He scored a goal, didn't he, Ewan Dimas? A deflected effort. And the substitute, Ramai Rumakiak. A wonderful curling effort. Despite all that, a fair bit of criticism for Indonesia. Kushedia, who is swapped now with Dedek Setiawan. 75% of the ball at the moment, Indonesia, but have they done really very much with it? I would venture, no, they haven't really. And I think it's been pretty comfortable, hasn't it, for the Laotians. Given away by Billy there as he tried to wriggle his way out. Ricky Kambuaya. Mitsada clears. Keeping it alive there, Kambuaya. Dewanga. Well, worth a shot. I think he'll feel. Alfiandra Dewanga came in for a little bit of criticism. Made his debut in the AFF in the last game. Got blamed for the first goal, for his positioning. It's interesting that they've gone for Risky at the back. Lots of talk about whether it's Elkan Baggett, Victor Igbonefo, whether Fakhruddin Arianto would be involved as well. Experienced defenders. There's Alfiandra trying to get involved now. The fullback, Irfan. And the foul by Shidi. He'll get a free kick. It is congested, isn't it? A lot of bodies inside that penalty area. Look at that. All tussling away. Referee is just going to tidy this up a bit. Pulling them out. Let's have a word. And keeping a close eye on you. This is good work from Kim Hee-gon. Opportunity here for Indonesia to take the lead. That was a low one driven in. There looked to be a foul, and it is going to be a penalty. Alfiandra brought down. That was a wild one, wasn't it? I think it was Kidavon. Well, that was reckless from Laos. There's an arm in there as well, but oh dear, that is poor defending from Kidavon. I can't think why he would protest that. It really is nothing to argue with. There was a bit of a discussion as to who would take the penalty. It is now going to fall to Asnawi. And the fans clearly happy with that decision. They're chanting his name. A chance to score his first ever goal for his country. That is emphatically done. And Indonesia take the lead. They have dominated. Absolutely smashed that. Kyodom had saved a penalty early in the tournament against Vietnam, but no such luck this time. Yeah, when you hit it like that, no goalkeeper in the world is going to save it. It's very nicely done from Asnawi. Indonesia in front. But it was a moment of madness, really, in the box from Kidavon. And Laos have paid the price. Indonesia control. Here's Ewan Dimas. Far too much on that. From Asnawi. Alfiandra. Back by Irfan. Indonesia embarked on a tour of Turkey. Had a decent time of it. This was prior to the tournament. Lovely work from Asnawi. Taken, looked like a deflection, wasn't a great cross in the end. And they beat some amateur sides and then thrashed Myanmar 4-1. Shin Tae-yong decided that he wasn't going to bring one of the most prolific strikers in Indonesia, Ilya Spasojevic, naturalised player, said he didn't fit into his plans, which did raise some eyebrows. Didik Setiawan. Here's Kambuaya. Still on the ball, Kambuaya. It's done well. Sprayed out wide to Edo Febriansha. As I said, he's pushing right up. So is Asnawi. The fullbacks really in attack mode here. Here's Kidavon, who'll be desperate to make amends after giving away that penalty. First start of this tournament. Forward by Rizki. No real pressing at the moment from Laos. Quite happy to sit back. Irfan. Rahmat Irianto. Just trying to play that over the top. He's had a bit of a high boot. No complaints. Quite content, aren't they, just to not pressurise their opponents, Laos. A lovely work from Kushedia. Here's Kambuaya. Oh, and there was a chance there. Bit of a air shot from Didik Setiawan. Yeah, completely missed it, didn't he? Nice work from Billy Kepkyo. He's just gone out of play though. Said it was a very proud moment for him. Also said he needed a bit of time to acclimatise. Had some flashes, hasn't he, Billy Kepkyo, in this competition. Had a great chance to score against Vietnam. That would be one to remember in a one-on-one situation. Now comes Billy Kepkyo. Likes to run at players. Got a bit of space here. Brings in Bumpachan. And that shot is blocked. But Indonesia caught a little flat-footed there. And they have a corner. That's better from Laos. And these two have been quite a combo, I must say. They've been the most impressive attackers for Laos, Billy Kepkyo and Bumpachan. Taken quickly, put aside. Foul on Kidavon by Irfan. A little bit reckless there from Irfan. Let's remind you of Kidavon and what he did a little bit earlier. That actually looked to be an arm, didn't it, from Billy? But here was Kidavon trying to clear the ball and connecting instead with an Indonesian player to give the penalty that Asnawi put away very nicely indeed. He took out Alfiandra, didn't he, Kidavon? Kidavon is having to get off the pitch for a second. Billy, he tends to go for goal, Billy, in these situations. And the way he's running up would indicate that again. He does that, and it's just over. I think he's done that every single penalty, every single free kick I've seen so far from Billy in this tournament. There's another view of it, and that's actually one of his closer ones. And that will mark their first shot. Half-hour mark gone, and Indonesia a goal up here against Laos via a penalty from Asnawi, as you just saw. Remind you that in that last game against Cambodia, they actually had less of the ball. Cambodia had better possession. Again, that shouldn't necessarily be an indicator of anything, though I think many of these higher-ranked countries or more fancy teams will feel they should be seeing more of the ball. Here's Kidavon. Apexai is coming on, and I am fairly sure this is not injury related. We're hearing it's going to be Mitsada, who's one of their most experienced defenders. Now, he was brought off in the last game, and I tell you what, he went straight down the tunnel. And he was shaking his head, so let's see how he reacts this time. He was not happy. And I think he's actually been one of their better defenders. Well, now actually Apexai is moving off, and I can see he isn't moving particularly comfortably, so I think this one is injury related. Apexai. It is an enforced change, and that is a real shame for Laos. Apexai, 23 years of age, plays for Young Elephants in Laos. And he will, let's just see if they've just changed things around. He'll go into the right side of, or the left side, I should say, of that back three. And Kahan now moves into the middle. Actually, they're just changing that around again, and it will be, in fact, opposite where Mitsada was. Here's Irfan steaming forwards. No foul. Right in front of the referee, that one. Here's Ewan Dimas. He saw Kushedio out wide. He's got Asnawi now bombing past him. Overlapping run. Good recovery from Asnawi. Still gets a cross in. Oh, that is a free tap in for Irfan. And Indonesia go 2 up. They've just made that change in defence. Laos, and they got a little bit exposed. A delight for the fans. Indonesia 2 up. Irfan might have just hurt himself. Great run from Asnawi. Recovered superbly. They all seem to be ball watching here. And it just kind of came off him, didn't it, in the end, a little bit. Irfan Jaya. So now with about 10 minutes to go till half-time, Indonesia pretty comfortable. It's a yellow card for the new man in Apisai. I can not really have too many arguments with that one. Probably felt he had to intervene there. Taken quickly. Yeah, well, Dimas thought he might try to take advantage of, to be a little bit of disorganization at the back. So again, it's a really good run, overlapping run here from Asnawi. Good perseverance from him as well. Still got the cross in. And how that evaded all those defenders, well, that will be frustration for Salvaraj, the Laos head coach. There's Kidabon, who's okay, obviously, to carry on. Well, that second goal is going to be a bit of a sucker punch now. Patana's done well to win the ball back for Laos. Here's Billy Ketkyo. Long Liang can't keep that in. Hasn't really had the service, has he, Billy Ketkyo? Someone who's obviously got some quality about him. This is how it looks in Group B, with Malaysia still ahead of Indonesia after their big win over Laos in the last game. Of course, there's still plenty of football in this one, so Indonesia could quite easily overhaul the Malaysians. And remember that both Malaysia and Indonesia, by the end of today, or by the end of this match, I should say, will have got their 2 easiest games out of the way, with all due respect to the teams I'm about to mention, Laos and Cambodia, the 2 lowest ranked sides. And then the real test begins for Malaysia. That will be tonight. That's a blockbuster clash here in the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 against defending champions Vietnam, a repeat of the 2018 final. A lot of people highly anticipating that one. Billy Kekyo. Clumsy from him on Alfeandra. Trying to be maybe a little too clever there. Ball lost by Patana. Evan Dumas given away to Kiravon. Keeps going here, Kiravon, and Evan Dumas has done well to win the ball back. Alfeandra. Now Kambuaya. Flag stays down. He's onside here. Bumpachan's waiting for Billy Kekyo. Instead, he finds Kiravon. He's going to go for goal! Oh, what a fantastic strike that is! Kiravon, who was responsible for the penalty that gave Indonesia the lead, more than makes up amends. And that is a great goal from him. Laos are back in this. Well, Bumpachan, he could have slipped that in to Billy, which might have been the smarter option, some would say, but he saw the space. That Kiravon was in, and he arrowed that into the far corner. I don't think really any blame can be put on Emando. That's the first thing he's had to do all game, is pick the ball out from the back of his own goal. They said they would score today, and they've lived up to their word. That is the first goal Laos have scored in this year's competition. They scored 3 last time out. Laos. They got one against Malaysia last time, and they lost 3-1. This time they lost 4-0. They got one against Cambodia, which will be a match-up later in this tournament. Got one against Myanmar in the other group this time. Can they hit back immediately? Irfan with the chance. It's a free header, isn't it? Not the tallest of players. He really had to jump up for that one. The Indonesian player, the Indonesian fans are saying one more goal. I think they won a few more than that. This was a game they had targeted, and there'll be more questions of that defence. They've now conceded 3 goals to the supposed minnows of this group in Cambodia and Laos. They'll be absolutely delighted with that. The Salvaraj, they've only ever won 3 matches in the AFF, 2 matches, I should say, out of 35 coming into this tournament. Had a few draws, 5 draws, but they've also had the worst defence by a long, long shot. 141 goals conceded in 35 matches before this tournament. Kiravon. It will be a bit nervy now for Indonesia. Just before half-time. Here's Bumpachan. Now Billy. Back to Bumpachan. They're surging forward in numbers here. This ball's wide to Long Liang. It's a great ball! Oh, he was so close, wasn't he? Outstretched leg of Billy Ketjo. It was going to be offside anyway. The flag had gone up, but they are a little shell-shocked at the moment, Indonesia. Yeah, he didn't pull himself back, did he, Billy? Anyway, he wouldn't have made it. Let's see that ball fizzed across by Long Liang. I don't think they want the half-time whistle to go yet. I think there will be a little bit of added time, of course. Well, this is not going to plan at the moment. As far as Indonesia are concerned. Here's Edo. Free kick just before the break. So just the 1 minute now we're hearing. Well, they can score this. That will at least give them that 2-goal advantage again. We'll try and take up as much time, make sure this is the last bit of play. Alfreada and Irfan. Here's Irfan. He's curled it just wide of the upright. Wow, we have reached half-time here. And this is quite the game now. Indonesia dominating the early proceedings.